Thunder Valley, when I bought it in 1973, had 4 employees. I was one of them. I washed dishes, I made beds, I tended bar. Today we have 70 all year-round employees. In the summertime we add another 100 to our camp program. We actually have 2 businesses, our children's camp and the resort. The things that help make us succeed, in my opinion, is I have 11 family members working in the business, a lot of grandkids working in the business. And they are now moving in a position of management, and we required them to work 2 years outside the family business before they could go into management in our company. Second is we have long-term loyal staff. Out of the 70 people, about 20 of them have been with us between 20 and 40 years. So that kind of loyalty, when my kids were growing up, and you're going to move your family members, if they earn their way, into a position of management, I had my veteran staff, who have been with us a long time, train my family to be their bosses. That's what happened. But actually, we don't look at it as bosses. We're all on the same team. And then all I do is I have a home office. I have 3 monitors and a computer. And people my age normally have a hard time learning the computer. It took me a long time to learn, but I run everything from my house, and I look at numbers every day. And I can tell you, we can project 3 years from down the line what things are going to look. I can tell you what our December end statement will be, whether it'll be profit, loss, and how much. For December of 2013. We can already tell you. So we've been very lucky to be planning 3 years, always 3 years ahead. And I found that the banks really like us now.
One of the politicians in this town that I don't think you have an enemy. I haven't met him. Everybody really likes you, and you have been able to work with people, connect with people, and well, don't worry about Hannah. He doesn't count. But you really have been able to do that. How do you do that, seriously, in business or in the political world?
I don't know. I think that the important thing for me is that when I was working in the political arena, first of all, I think I ran for the right reasons. A lot of people run for the wrong reason, and those of us that are voters, we've got to elect people who run for the right reason. My feeling was anything that the public sector, anything the private sector can do, we should let them do, and the government should only do what the private sector cannot do.
Amen. Good boy. Good boy, Stanley. Hell of a giving him a big hand. That's pretty good.
But New York life has been very, very good to me. I've been very, very good to New York life. Some of the things that I attribute that to is I married the right lady. I remember when I was down and not doing very well and I couldn't pay the bills, she says, I'll lend you the money from the kids' account. But it's going to cost you triple interest. So I paid the triple interest and I got out of that 1 month. You know, it's like a dream world, because I came to work and I had some mottos. Early to bed, early to rise, work like hell and advertise. When I play hard, and when I work hard. I have the fortunate to have both of my children now in the business with me, and they are doing a fantastic job. We've got about 3,000 clients, and we keep in touch with them almost at least once a year. And when I first came into the business, you know, I didn't really know much about what I was going to do. They told me to go to the conference room and somebody to be in there to take over and teach me what to do. And they stuck a a tape recorder, which I didn't even know how to work, in front of me and said, listen to these tapes. I sat there for 3 days and nobody showed up, so I got out of there and I said, you know, I got to go to work. I got to go to work. And so I start contacting people and seeing 10 people a day, having 3 appointments a day. It's just amazing what happens if you really work and you want to work. Okay? There's too many people who are in business today are in business just to make what they can make and get out of it.
First of all, I want to talk to Stan. You know, I'm on the board of Premier Valley Bank. And Stan wanted to borrow some money. He wanted to borrow about $5 million. And as soon as he put $20 million in the bank, we gave him the 5. I got 2 things that I think, as far as in working, that worked for me, and it's not going to work for everybody else. It just doesn't. One thing is, and I am convinced of this, that if you're not good, or you don't like what you're doing, you will not be successful. I don't care if it's the monetary return or what it is. If you don't like it, you're a cook, you're a chef, you're whatever, a driver, if you don't like it, you won't be very good at it. So whatever you do, and don't be afraid to switch. If you go along in life and all of a sudden it's just boredom and tedium and whatever, you don't like it, switch. It's not all economics. Trust me. Number 2, remember, if you're considering retirement at all, and if you have a license to do something, don't get rid of it. I let my licenses, the commodity license, my Series, everything, Series 7, everything I let go. Well, lo and behold, when I go back to the firm, I got to take all the tests again. Now you talk about a dinosaur. I went up to San Francisco to some class, some girl from Stanford over here and a guy from Harvard over here, 25 years old, and me in the middle. And the professor says, put your name on a thing and turn it towards me so I can call you. I put down Pops. She said, what do you put Pops down there? I said, Pops, what the hell? Look what's around you. So remember, my short synopsis is, if you don't like it, get out of it. And do it exactly the way you want to do it, with integrity and intelligence and whatever, the way you want to do it. Because we're not all made the same. Some can do this, some can't. And if you have a boss that says you can just tell him, I can't do it that way. Give me a shot. If you're going to go into retirement, remember, make sure you have something to do that kill the idle hours, because there's a lot of it. And never give up a license if you do, because you may want to come back. Thank you.